Listen to Prime Minister who's speaking on the IPL mess.
If there are any questions that you have to ask, I will be very happy to do so.
Morning, sir. My name is Sakal Bhatt from. Morning to you, sir.
Morning.
Sakal Bhatt from DD News. Well, my question to you is pertaining to your Japan tour. You just described it successful, but specifically in terms of forward movement made on civil nuclear deal, and are we expecting it, or is there any possibility of getting it signed with Japan before 2014 Lok Sabha post, sir?
Sorry, what?
The civil nuclear deal, sir.
Well, there have been discussions with Japan, and this visit marked a forward move in that direction. I am hopeful that before long we will be able to put our signatures to a civil nuclear energy agreement with Japan as well.
Sir, good morning, sir. I'm from All India Radio, Lakshmi. Sir, how do you describe the progress made so far in respect to the Lookist policy, and especially in the backdrop of your bi-nation visit, and in the backdrop of your bi-nation visit, this visit, progress made so far, sir?
Well,
And any emerging new issues to be focused under this policy, sir?
Well, the Lookist policy of the Government of India is not a new development. When Prime Minister Narasimha Rao was our Prime Minister, I was the Finance Minister, we charted out a course of action to get closer to Southeast Asia countries, particularly ASEAN. And since then, this process has been moving forward. We have now ASEAN countries are our strategic partners, and there are enormous opportunities of expanding trade ties, expanding investment relations, expanding maritime cooperation, expanding the scope of trade and investment, and now we have reached a stage where large-scale flow of trade and investment is now becoming a reality. We have, for example, the dedicated freight corridor where Japan is helping us. We have Mumbai-Delhi industrial corridor where also the Japanese help will be available. Also the Bombay-Bangalore corridor where also we expect there is a great interest of East Asian countries like Japan, Thailand and Malaysia. So I am hopeful that this Lookist policy of India is paying rich dividends, and the results in it are going to improve as we move forward.
Dr. Singh, Shiv Arur from Headlines Today. Sir, there is a new government, new dispensation in Pakistan, and there has been quite a bit of cordiality from the side of Mr. Sharif as far as you visiting Pakistan. Could you give us any guidance on whether you plan to visit there before the end of this year, and also what sort of outcomes you're expecting before it can be, as you said in your own words, business as usual with Pakistan again, sir?
Well, I rang up Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif on the very first day when election results were coming out. I conveyed my congratulations to him, and I reciprocated his sentiments that India-Pakistan relations should move forward, and that I also invited him to visit India. He also invited me to visit Pakistan. There is an invitation from the government of Pakistan for me to visit Pakistan. There is no firm decision on either side. No dates have been fixed, but we would certainly like to have good neighborly relations with Pakistan. It has been consistently our policy that India-Pakistan relations, we should deal with all the outstanding issues. We are committed to resolve them in a peaceful manner. That is also the sentiment which was reciprocated by Shri Nawaz Sharif.
सर, मैं अनुज सिन्हा प्रभात खबर रांची से। सर, झारखंड में राष्ट्रपति शासन लगे हुए 5 महीना हो गया है, तो क्या ये कब तक कंटिन्यू करेगा, ये जानना चाहते हैं हम हैं, और निकट भविष्य में क्या वहां चुनाव संपन्न होगा?
इस बात पे विचार हो रहा है। मैं इस समय इससे ज्यादा और कुछ नहीं करना चाहता।
मैं GL अग्रवाल गुवाहाटी से 91 से आप राज्यसभा मेंबर, कल आप निर्वाचित हुए हैं, इसके लिए मैं आपको हार्दिक बधाई दे रहा हूं, असम की जनता के लिए और मेरी तरफ से। ये नॉर्थ ईस्ट के अंदर सब्सिडी बहुत ज्यादा इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट के लिए दे रहे हैं। जैसे सब्सिडाइज है वह टैक्स हॉलीडे है, परंतु सब्सिडी का रुपया वहां नॉर्थ ईस्ट के डेवलपमेंट के लिए कोई भी इंडस्ट्री खर्च नहीं कर रहा है। तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट क्यों एक्शन नहीं ले रहा है वहां पर? ये बहुत बड़ा मामला है। 100 करोड़ की इंडस्ट्री लगाकर 200 करोड़ सब्सिडी ले रहे हैं। तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को एक्शन लेना चाहिए जिससे स्टेट का डेवलपमेंट हो। दूसरी, लुक ईस्ट पॉलिसी में नॉर्थ ईस्ट को एक्सेप्ट कर ली और कुछ वहां डेवलपमेंट नहीं हुआ है, तो वो डेवलपमेंट वहां पर लुक ईस्ट पॉलिसी में होना चाहिए। धन्यवाद।
Well, I sincerely hope that the northeastern states of India will benefit enormously from our look east policies. If we improve the connectivity between India, Myanmar, Thailand, I think you can imagine that this would also benefit the northeastern states of our country. With regard to subsidy matter, I do recognize that because of the special problem, the difficulties of connectivity between India and the rest of northeastern states, there is need for some items being subsidized. But I do hope that sooner or later, industry in the northeastern states will also learn to stand on its own feet.
सर, रमन फ्रॉम न्यूज 24। जब आप जापान और थाईलैंड के दौरे पर थे, उसी वक्त आपको खबर मिली कि आसाम से आप राज्यसभा से एक बार फिर निर्वाचित हुए अगले 6 साल के लिए। तो क्या प्रधानमंत्री अभी तक आपने इस बात पर सहमति या अभी तक आपने इस बात का खुलासा नहीं किया है कि अगर आपको एक बार फिर से प्रधानमंत्री पद के लिए जिम्मेदारी मिलती है तो क्या आप इसको स्वीकार करेंगे?
देखिए, जब मैंने अपने नॉमिनेशन पेपर भरे थे तो उसी समय मैंने साफ कर दिया था कि दिस हैज बीन माय ग्रेट प्रिविलेज टू रिप्रेजेंट असम इन द राज्यसभा सिंस 1991, and the people of Assam have given me yet another opportunity to serve them. I am very grateful to them. I have tried in my own way to serve the people of Assam to the best of my ability. I will do so with renewed dedication and commitment.
सर, मैं अनुज गुप्ता नव भारत से। आपकी मंत्रिपरिषद में 9 स्थान खाली हैं और चुनाव बहुत अधिकतम 1 साल के अंदर होगा, तो मंत्रिमंडल में विस्तार की उम्मीद हम लोग कर सकते हैं और कब तक?
देखिए जी, कुछ मंत्रिमंडल में कुछ सीटें खाली हैं, उनको भरने पे विचार किया जा रहा है।
Sir, here, Sandeep Phukan from NDTV. My question actually relates to the world of cricket. One of the biggest news developments that is happening in India today is about match fixing, is about betting, hawala scandals. all happening in the Indian Premier League, where even senior ministers, politicians are also associated with the game. The BCCI chief, Mr. Srinivasan, he has refused to step down from his position, saying he's done no wrong. Do you think it's about time for the government to intervene?
Well, I wouldn't like to comment on this issue. This matter, the type of things that you have mentioned, they are under investigation, and it would not be proper for me to comment on the stage of investigation. I would only hope that politics and sport don't get mixed up.
Sir, this is Jayant Ghoshal, Anandbazar Patrika. Sir, in UPA 1, left deserted you. In UPA 2, Mamta deserted you. For possible UPA 3, are you planning to reach out towards left again? Or you are expecting that Mamta also can join UPA 3?
Well, in politics, there are no permanent allies and no permanent enemies. These possibilities, some people coming in, some people going out, I think they have to be accepted as they are.
Sir, this is Shamul Majumdar from Business Standard. In this entire growth versus inflation dynamics, do you think that RBI has been behind the curve? Because the finance minister some time back did say that he would like to work alone if RBI doesn't listen. What is your comment, sir?
Well, monetary policy of the country is decided by the Reserve Bank, and I respect the judgment of the Reserve Bank, but this is also an evolving process. As we get control over inflation, there is more space available to pursue pro-growth policies, and I do believe in the coming months, I think you will see inflation coming under greater control and the space for growth promoting activities also increasing.
Sir, this is Vaidyanathan Dinamani from Chennai. If DMK approaches you for your 5-member MLA contingent for their lone Rajya Sabha seat, will the Congress respond and support them? Because they expect so.
Well, I can't say on behalf of the Congress High Command. These are matters which are discussed at the highest level in our party, and it would not be proper for me to prejudge what stand the Congress party will take.
Sir, some of your major bills are pending because of the parliament disruption which could not be taken in the last session. And you have given a call in your UPA anniversary meeting to the opposition for helping the government to pass those bills. Will there be a special session or will there be any other effort to pass it?
Well, we'll make all possible efforts to ensure that the essential business is conducted smoothly, and I appeal once again to all political parties to help the government in this process.
Last two questions.
Sir, this is Pranab from Indian Express. You've been known to be a very objective person. You've been known to be a very objective person. So as you complete completing your second term as Prime Minister, you've have a considerable list of achievements. If you can tell me 3 regrets which you have.
Well, I can't tell you how I feel about the way UPA 2 has moved. I think there has been a great sense of continuity between UPA 1 and UPA 2, but it's unfortunately the fact that the opposition has become more impatient than ever before. They never expected that we would win the election for UPA 1, but they were doubly disappointed when we won the election for UPA 2, and therefore the obstructionist role of the opposition has increased enormously in recent years, and it is my great regret that some very essential business of the House has not been transacted because of these animosities between the opposition and the government.
Prime Minister Mohan Narayan from PTI. The perception persists of divergences and a trust deficit between you and Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, and that she nudged you against your wishes to get the resignation of Mr. Ashwini Kumar as Law Minister, and also that you faced a tough situation when CBI Director named a Joint Secretary in the PMO as having made changes in the agency's affidavit to the Supreme Court.
Well, I can say it is in all truthfulness that there is no difference of opinion between me and the Congress President. We work together in almost every issue where consultation is needed. I consult the Congress President, and therefore this perception that on certain issues there were differences of opinion, there is no truth in that.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.